Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Samantha Shead, and pretty much in this video I will be doing my take on the Bride of Frankenstein, or to be historically correct, the Bride of Frankenstein's monster. Now me personally, I've never seen the Bride of Frankenstein movies. I've only seen Frankenstein, the classics, and adaptations of Frankenstein. But from what I've seen in Google Images, and here's a few images that I have taken as inspiration, she was depicted as quite a beautiful monster. Though, I mean, she is a Frankenstein. She looks really good for something that was mashed together, given life. So I decided to take a route where she looks less ready for a bridal shower and more ready to be chased by a mob. You know what I mean? So anyway, this is my depiction of the Bride of Frankenstein. Hopefully you enjoy. As you see, I got the little classic white stripe, but it's all very simple. Most of it is just face paint and eyeshadow. If you want to see a more SFX type of Frankenstein, then please tell me. Anyway, let's go on ahead to the tutorial.
Look at my chubby pregnant face. First things first, of course, I want to prime my skin to help not only my acne-ridden skin, but to prolong the makeup. I'll be using NYX's Angel Veil since it gives a smooth and slightly blurred canvas to work with. The paints I'll be using are the Mayron Fantasy Effects paints. These are water activated paints, so they dry very quickly, but any moisture will remove it, so be careful if this is your paint of choice. I'm mixing a lot of white and a smidge of gray to get a very pale gray color. I want my Frankenstein to look more ghostly than goblin-y. Get it? Because traditionally Frankensteins are seen as green. You get it. I'm using a flat top face brush to apply it everywhere that shows skin. Because I'll be filming another tutorial right after this one, my base paint job won't be as good, but you do as you desire. Theoretically, the Bride of Frankenstein's wardrobe starts at her neck, so you wouldn't need to go any further if you decide to dress up like her. I try to cover my hairline as well, but my hair hates me and wouldn't allow it. If you have coarse hair like me, you'll need a smaller brush to get in those areas. I patted what was left on the brush over my eyelids because I wanted my eyes to look slightly more alive than the rest of me. It was just a vision of mine, but now that I look back at it, kinda wish I painted over them as well. Going into my Makeup Revolution Redemption palette, I'm using the gray shadow to begin carving out my features. My Frankenstein has been dead for quite a while and she is quite sunken in, so I contour the life out of my cheeks, temples, nose, jawline, chin, and forehead with the Real Techniques contour brush. I'm not stopping there. I continue to contour my décolleté area as well. If you're gonna dress up like the Bride of Frankenstein, there's no need for this step other than the neck. If you do want to carve out your décolleté, breathing in and popping your shoulders forward will help you find the hollows you need to contour out. When contouring the chin and nose, I would suggest a smaller brush, like a blending eyeshadow brush, because it'll help contour precisely in that small area. I'm giving my Frankensteins some gnarly sunken eyes. Years of being dead takes a toll on you. And now that she's alive, only get pitchforks thrown at her, it isn't helping the cause. Basically, draw out where your natural eye socket starts and shade into the socket. Depending on where you want your eyes sunken in most is where you do this. You could sink in your whole eye, but I decided to just stick to the inner corners. I'm using the same gray to messily darken my lower and upper lids. Now to give my chiseled face some oomph, I'm using the black in the palette and a small eyeshadow brush. I'm applying it to the most prominent part of my contoured areas and blending it outward with the same gray and same contour brush from earlier. This is applied to all my contoured areas in the same general fashion. I want the top part of my bone structure to be more prominent than the bottom, so to do that, I darken the whole area underneath my contoured cheekbones with a bit of the gray shadow. You can't contour without highlighting, and for the highlight, I'll be using the colored bone from the Ultra Rose Gold palette. This matte shadow will help only to bring out the areas I need to pop out more. This goes into the high points that you regularly highlight. I blacken my lips with some of the black shadow to give them that grimy, chappy look. And while I was doing this, I noticed how yellow that this look makes my teeth look. So yeah, promise you they're not that yellow in person. I continued on that chappy look with darkening my cupid's bow and dabbing it with my finger to not only mess up the shadow, but take away some of the paint to discolor the area a bit. Now we move on to the very simple stitching. With this black water activated paint from Mayron, I draw a line across my neck as if my head and body are not from the same corpse. The stitching is just a bunch of lines and X's. Oh yeah, and don't be an idiot like me and fold your head down before the paint dries. I also decided to add a little more of the classic Bride of Frankenstein for she has stitches on the side of her face. I drew a line around my ear from my hairline to my jaw and continued it on my neck to the back of my ear, as if my ear came from a different corpse as well. I decided to darken my lips even more with the black face paint and tap it to make it more messy looking. To add another classic element, I'm painting a white stripe in my hair. I'm not gonna make a swirl just like the classic, but instead just a straight line that's fading the further it gets.
Alrighty guys, so this is pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Now one other thing that you could do to add on to the classicness is add some bolts to your neck or to your head. I honestly didn't find any bolts on the Bride of Frankenstein photos that I looked through, so I decided to keep that out, but that's completely up to you. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off right here. If you like the video, please give it a big old thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Also, if you'd like to leave a comment or question down below, I will answer back and comment back as soon as I possibly can. Also, feel free to check out my website for more content, and as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Mwah! I love you and bye-bye.